Hello student. In the last video we have seen that the Bessel equation, in that the roots of integral equations are nothing but the 0. So if roots are 0, then we find phi 1 and phi 2, two solutions. Now in this video we find for the roots alpha is not equal to 0. First write down the Bessel equation. The Bessel equation. Bessel equation is in the form of L of y equal to x square y double dash plus x into y dash plus x square minus alpha square into y equal to 0. For alpha is not equal to 0 and real of alpha is greater equal 0. In the last video we have take x greater than 0. Here we also take x greater than 0. The roots of integral polynomial or integral equation, the roots of integral equations are r1 equal to alpha and r2 equal to minus alpha. In the last video we calculated the roots of integral equations. In that we find r1 equal to alpha and r2 equal to minus alpha. First we determine a solution corresponding to root r1 equal to alpha. First we determine a solution corresponding to the root r1 equal to alpha. Let a solution in the form of phi 1 of x equal to x raised to alpha summation ck x raised to k running from 0 to infinity, where c naught is not equal to 0. Now take x raised to alpha inside the series, we get ck x raised to alpha plus k or k plus alpha k running from 0 to infinity. Now here we said that phi 1 is the solution of L of y equal to 0. So phi 1 satisfies the equation L of y equal to 0. For that we first calculate phi 1 dash and phi 1 double dash. So phi 1 dash of x equal to summation ck k plus alpha into x raised to k plus alpha minus 1 k running from 0 to infinity. Phi 1 double dash of x equal to summation ck k plus alpha into k plus alpha minus 1 x raised to k plus alpha minus 2 k running from 0 to infinity. Now calculate L of phi 1 of x, we get x square phi 1 double dash of x plus x into phi 1 dash of x plus x square minus alpha square phi 1 of x equal to summation. Now x square multiply phi 1 double dash of x, we get summation k running from 0 to infinity ck k plus alpha into k plus alpha minus 1 x raised to k plus alpha plus x into phi 1 dash of x, we get summation k running from 0 to infinity ck k plus alpha into x raised to k plus alpha plus now x square into phi 1 of x and minus alpha square into phi 1 of x, we get summation ck x raised to k plus alpha plus 2 k running from 0 to infinity minus alpha square summation ck x raised to k plus alpha k running from 0 to infinity. Now you can say that here x raised to k plus alpha, here also x raised to k plus alpha, also series running from 0 to infinity. So L of phi 1 of x equal to summation k plus alpha into k plus alpha minus 1 plus k plus alpha minus alpha square ck x raised to k plus alpha k running from 0 to infinity plus summation ck x raised to k plus alpha plus 2 k running from 0 to infinity. Okay. Now here k plus alpha, so take k plus alpha common, we get k plus alpha and remaining term is k plus alpha minus 1 plus 1. K plus alpha minus 1 plus 1 minus alpha square as it is. Ck x raised to k plus alpha, k running from 0 to infinity, plus summation ck x raised to k plus alpha plus 2, k running from 0 to infinity. Minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. We get summation k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square ck x raised to k plus alpha, k running from 0 to infinity, plus summation ck x raised to k plus alpha plus 2, k running from 0 to infinity. Now here power of x is k plus alpha, here power of x is k plus alpha plus 2. Replace the power of x in this x raised to k plus alpha. For that, replace k by k minus 2. We get summation k running from 0 to infinity, k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square ck x raised to k plus alpha plus summation. Replace k equal to k minus 2. We get k equal to 2 to infinity ck minus 2 x raised to k minus 2 plus 2 get cancel. We get x raised to k plus alpha. Now you can see that here series running from 2 to infinity, here series running from 0 to infinity. So for that, first put k equal to 0 and k equal to 1 in this series. After that we get a series running from 2 to infinity. So if we put k equal to 0, we get alpha square minus alpha square becomes 0. 0 into ck means c naught x raised to alpha, plus now put k equal to 1, we get 1 plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square c1 x raised to alpha, plus summation k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square ck x raised to k plus alpha, k running from 2 to infinity, plus summation ck minus 2 x raised to k plus alpha, k running from 2 to infinity. Okay. Now phi 1 is the solution of L of y equal to 0. So equate it to 0. So we get here 0 into something 0, c1 equal to 0, and now this series write down together. We get k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square into ck plus ck minus 2 into x raised to k plus alpha. Here coefficient of x raised to k plus alpha is nothing but the k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square ck plus ck minus 2, and here coefficient of x raised to k plus alpha is 0. So equate with 0. Now first calculate k plus alpha bracket square minus alpha square equal to k square plus alpha square plus 2k alpha minus alpha square. Alpha square minus alpha square get cancelled. Take k common, k into k plus 2 alpha or k into 2 alpha plus k, which is not equal to 0 because alpha is not equal to 0 and k running from 2, 3 and so, because this is nothing but the term in this series and series start from 2 to infinity. So we get c1 equal to 0. Also we have k into 2 alpha plus k into ck plus ck minus 2 equal to 0. So if we put k equal to 3, we get c3 equal to 0, also c5 equal to 0 because c1 equal to 0. Here we get c3 equal to 0, then also we get c5 equal to 0. Means odd term of the constant are nothing but the zeros equal to 0. Now for the even terms, if we put k equal to 2, we get c2 equal to minus c naught upon 2 into 2 alpha plus 2. For c4 means if we put k equal to 4 in this equation, we get c4 equal to minus c2 upon 4 into 2 alpha plus 4 equal to minus c2 upon 4. Here we take 2 common, so and this is nothing but the 2 square means 2 cube alpha plus 2 and minus c2. c2 value of c2 is minus c naught upon 2 into 2 alpha plus 2 means also here you can write minus c naught upon 2 square alpha plus 1. Take 2 common. So plus c naught upon 2 raised to 4 into 2 factorial into alpha plus 1 into alpha plus 2. Now put k equal to 6, we get c6 equal to minus c naught upon 2 raised to 6 into 3 factorial into alpha plus 1 into alpha plus 2 into alpha plus 3. So in general we get even terms of the constant c2m equal to minus 1 raised to m c naught upon 2 raised to 2m m factorial into alpha plus 1 into alpha plus 2 and so on alpha plus m. Therefore phi 1 of x equal to c naught x raised to alpha plus c naught x raised to alpha summation minus 1 raised to m upon 2 raised to 2m m factorial alpha plus 1 alpha plus 2 and so on alpha plus m into x raised to 2m. M start from 1 to infinity. For alpha equal to 0 and c naught equal to 1, this reduces to j naught of x. It is usual to choose c naught equal to 1 upon 2 raised to alpha gamma of alpha plus 1, where this is nothing but the gamma function defined by gamma of z equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to s minus 1 dx, for that real of z is greater than 0, because gamma function is defined only for the positive integers or positive number. So it is easily checked that gamma of z plus 1 equal to z into gamma of z, because gamma of z plus 1 equal to 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to z minus 1 and not s minus 1. Gamma of z is x raised to z minus 1, so gamma of z plus 1 is x raised to z plus 1 minus 1 dx equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to z dx. Now take limit t tends to infinity integration 0 to 2 t e raised to minus x raised to z dx. Now take integration. So gamma of z plus 1 equal to limit t tends to infinity x raised to z e raised to minus x upon minus 1 0 to t minus e raised to minus x upon minus x into z into x raised to z minus 1 dx. Now when we put limits and also t tends to infinity, we get this term equal to 0. So limit t tends to infinity minus minus become plus, take z outside, integration 0 to t e raised to minus x raised to z minus 1 dx. So z into limit t tends to infinity integration 0 to t e raised to minus x raised to z minus 1 dx equal to z into integration 0 to infinity. When we put t tends to infinity, we get integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to z minus 1 dx, and this is nothing but the definition of gamma of z. So gamma of z plus 1 is nothing but the z into gamma of z. By definition, gamma of 1 equal to gamma of z is e raised to minus x, x raised to z minus 1. So gamma of 1 is e raised to minus x, x raised to 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, x raised to 0, 1. So integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x dx. After calculating this integration, we get 1. If z is a positive integer, then gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. We have already known that gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. The gamma function is an extension of the factorial function to numbers which are not integer. Suppose real of z less than 0 and z is not a negative integer, then there is a natural number n such that minus n less than real of z less than minus n plus 1. But then real of z plus n is greater than 0. Therefore, gamma of z plus n equal to z plus n minus 1, z plus n minus 2 and so on. Z plus 1 into z into gamma of z. Because gamma of z plus 1 is nothing but is z into gamma of z. Means here z plus 1, here z. Here z plus n means z plus n minus 1, z plus n minus 2 and so on up to z into gamma of z. So, gamma of z equal to gamma of z plus n upon z plus n minus 1, z plus n minus 2 and so on, z plus 1 into z, where real of z is less than 0. The gamma function is not defined. The gamma function is not defined at 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Now we have a solution. Phi 1 of x equal to c naught x raised to alpha plus c naught x raised to alpha summation minus 1 raised to m x raised to 2m upon 2 raised to 2m m factorial alpha plus 1 into alpha plus 2 and so on, alpha plus m start from 1 to infinity. Now we choose c naught equal to 1 upon 2 raised to alpha gamma of alpha plus 1. After we putting c naught equal to this value to this equation, we get a solution of the Bessel equation, of order alpha, which is denoted by j alpha and is called the Bessel function of order alpha of the first kind, j alpha of x equal to x upon 2 alpha summation minus 1 raised to m upon m factorial alpha plus m into alpha plus m minus 1 and so on, alpha plus 1 into gamma of alpha plus 1. Now here we take adjustment. This is nothing but the alpha plus 1 into alpha plus 2 and so on, alpha plus m, and gamma of alpha plus 1. This value is obtained when we putting c naught equal to 0 to in this equation. Then we get j alpha of x. J alpha of x is nothing but the phi 1 of x into, for this into x upon 2 raised to 2m equal to x upon 2 raised to alpha summation minus 1 raised to m upon m factorial, and this is nothing but the value of gamma of alpha plus m plus 1. Okay. Into x upon 2 raised to 2m real of z greater than 0. Now this j alpha of x reduces to j naught when alpha equal to 0, as gamma m plus 1 equal to m factorial. So j alpha of x is one solution of Bessel equation with alpha is not equal to 0 and real of alpha greater equal 0. Now for the second solution we will see in the next video. याच्यात आपण काय केलंय, बेसल इक्वेशन्सचे आपण इंडिशियल इक्वेशन घेतला. त्या इंडिशियल इक्वेशन वरून आपल्याला दोन रूट्स भेटले, r1 इक्वल टू अल्फा, r2 इक्वल टू मायनस अल्फा. मागच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण अल्फा इक्वल टू 0 घेतलं होतं, त्याच्यावरून आपण दोन सोल्युशन्स कसे येतात ते फाइंड आउट केले. आता ह्या व्हिडिओमध्ये काय घेतलं आपण, अल्फा हा नॉट इक्वल टू 0 घेतला आणि r1 काय आला, मग तुमचा अल्फा, r2 आला मायनस अल्फा, त्याच्यावरून आपण phi 1 फाइंड आउट केला फर्स्ट सोल्युशन. आता त्या फर्स्ट सोल्युशनसाठी आपल्याला phi 1 ऑफ x इझिली भेटला, पण त्यानंतर आपण गॅमा फंक्शन डिफाईन केलं कारण आपल्याला ॲडजस्टमेंट करायची होती. ते आपल्याला रिड्यूस जे नॉट ऑफ एक्समध्ये करायचं होतं, त्याच्यासाठी आपण ती ॲडजस्टमेंट घेतली. जे नॉट ऑफ एक्स आपल्याला कधी भेटला होता, जेव्हा अल्फा इक्वल टू 0 होता तेव्हा भेटला होता. आता सेकंड सोल्युशन phi 2 ऑफ एक्स आपल्याला बघायचं ते आपण नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओमध्ये बघूया. नाउ हिअर वी स्टॉप.